Somebody said if you don't like playing with LeBron, you wouldn't like playing with Kobe. Bro, you guys got to stop these narratives, man. It's not that I didn't like playing with Bron, you guys. And, I don't want to go into detail about it. Some of y'all comments just be so asinine. Like when I was in Cleveland and I was a young player, I had no idea Bron was going to come back.
Kyrie Irving sparked something that could shake one of basketball's biggest legacies. And he did it with a single sentence on a random live stream. No interview, no build-up, just calm honesty dropped in front of thousands, and the internet exploded instantly. LeBron fans went into full defense mode. Comment sections turned into war zones, and suddenly everyone remembered that Kyrie wasn't just a former teammate. He was the guy who lived every moment behind closed doors in Cleveland. Now, he finally seems ready to talk. He wasn't angry. He was ice cold as he stared into the camera and promised that once he retires, the real story about him and LeBron will come out.
The reason why I say I would have loved to play with Kobe, because I would have loved to have started my career with, I love Cleveland, don't get me wrong. I'm appreciative of all the things that they've done for me, but at the same time, I would have loved to choose the franchise I wanted to go to. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to develop next to some of my favorite players and some of my favorite people. Because being a young player, when you're on a team that's not winning a lot of games, there's a lot of bad habits that form. And that's what ended up happening to me when I was very young. I had a lot of bad habits. I was not a winner. I was not a loser.
When Kyrie said, "Trust me," it sounded like someone who had been carrying a heavy truth for years. And judging by how fast people in the live stream panicked, LeBron supporters knew exactly how serious that promise was. To understand the weight behind it, you have to go back to Kyrie's Cleveland years, long before LeBron returned. People forget that Kyrie never wanted to be in Cleveland, and that's not disrespect, it's just reality. Drafted first overall in 2011, he didn't get to choose anything. He landed on a messy roster still recovering from LeBron's move to Miami, and night after night, he carried a team going nowhere. He later admitted those years forced him into habits he didn't want. He played selfish because
it's kind of just weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just one player that you have to promote. Like, we had like solid players on our team. When you're playing with somebody like Bron or somebody that you guys like to compare him to, it's a different animal. It's a different journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're automatically expected to be at the top of the charts, the top of the league. Every time you play with Bron, it's going to be a lot of media attention. It's going to be a lot of back and forth of narratives. It's going to be about a lot of spun narratives. It's going to be a lot of politics. It's going to be a lot of shit that a lot of people don't see in front of the camera. And for me, I was just a young person trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? It's not that I disliked playing with Bron at any time. It was just literally, it was my time to move on. And that's what people got to accept. They want a deeper, detailed dive in terms of what happened. It's like, it was my time to move on.
Playing with LeBron is a different experience, one that doesn't just challenge you on the court, but rewrites everything around you. When you join his team, you're no longer judged by your own development, you're judged by how well you fit into his system, whether you help him win, and whether you can accept being the sidekick while he controls the narrative. That's where things start to get darker. LeBron didn't just return to Cleveland with talent, he came back with control. Before Miami, he was gifted but unfocused. Then he spent 4 years in Pat Riley's structure, learning discipline, focus, and how to perform under pressure. Miami LeBron became the most polished version of himself. But the real thing Kyrie hinted at is this: LeBron didn't just learn basketball under Riley. He learned how to manage media, perception, and every storyline attached to his name. A system built to protect the brand at all costs. When LeBron returned to Cleveland, he brought that entire system with him. Kyrie has often talked about how everything around LeBron is filtered and shaped before reaching the public. Stories are adjusted, politics move behind closed doors, and the narrative always bends back toward protecting one person. LeBron didn't just come back better, he came back fully aware of how to manage every angle, including how teammates fit into his story. For Kyrie, watching that machine work against him felt less like a partnership and more like becoming a piece in someone else's script. Then came Game 7 of the 2016 Finals. Kyrie hit one of the coldest shots in NBA history over Steph Curry, ending 52 years of Cleveland heartbreak. It should have defined his career. Instead, when he turned on the TV, all he heard was "blocked by James." LeBron's chase down replayed endlessly, while Kyrie's championship-winning three barely got mentioned. His moment disappeared instantly, and soon after, LeBron publicly said that championship made him the greatest of all time. Not us, not the team, just him. Kyrie averaged 27 in that series, carried massive weight, hit the shot, yet the entire story became LeBron's redemption. Kyrie became a footnote in his own accomplishment, and that kind of erasure stays with you. In 2017, Kyrie dropped 29 a night in the finals, going head-to-head with Kevin Durant while the Warriors dominated. Durant clearly outplayed LeBron, but when the Cavs lost, blame went everywhere except toward LeBron. Kyrie caught criticism, role players were dragged, and LeBron remained untouched. Less than a month later, trade rumors began swirling around Kyrie, the very player who had delivered a championship. Suddenly, he was treated like the problem. LeBron's circle whispered about moving on from him. Fans mocked him with trade scenarios, and Kyrie hit his breaking point. He demanded a trade and became the first star in the LeBron era to take control of his own path. Every other star either joined LeBron by choice or quietly faded when their value dropped. Wade, Bosh, Love, no one walked away on their own terms except Kyrie. LeBron's fans never forgave him because his decision exposed something. The LeBron system only works when everyone else accepts being replaceable. Kyrie didn't, and the illusion